Today I finished up over $9,000 on the day. As you can see on the screen, I took 4 trades, 3 wins and 1 loss, so definitely happy about today. Didn't take anything until we got up to pre-market high. Then I took puts at 10:38. I took the 66.40 puts at $7, and they went from $7 to $12 on that little drop right there. I got it right underneath the 664 because pre-market high was right up here, and usually it rejects pre-market high, especially after a run. Then I took calls at 11:33, which is right here. It bounced off VWAP, came back up to 644. I grabbed 66.50 calls at 680, thinking it was going to break over 664. It pulled back to VWAP. I added, and when it flushed through VWAP, I stopped out because I was too far out of the money, and I was just too far out of the money. And if it bounced, that it wasn't going to go far. So I switched to the 66.40 calls, and I got them at 650. So I ended up stopping out the 66.50 calls at $2 after I averaged down. So I did stop out, but I grabbed closer to at the money calls, the 66.40 calls at 650. And those calls did end up going through, because what SPY likes to do is SPY likes to flush through VWAP, and when it does flush through VWAP, it usually bounces. And I was too far out of the money with the 66.50 calls, so when I decided just to dump them and grab the at the money calls, which was the 66.40 calls at 650, and for a pushback through VWAP, which it did, and they ended up going from 650 to 1350 plus, making it a 100% play on that. So that ended up being a good decision, and the calls I stopped out on ended up going green. So it is what it is. I mean, it could have just chopped and just burned to nothing. So I'm not disappointed in that decision whatsoever. Then I took calls again at 135, which is right here when it pushed through VWAP. I took the 66.35 calls at 720, and it just burned a little bit. Then it finally popped, and they ended up going to $9 plus on that. So that ended up being a good play. So it just took a little while to play out because it just chopped around VWAP, but I wasn't worried about it. So if you want to know more about my plays and what I'm doing, you can find my link in my bio, or just go to optionslottos.com and it will take you there too. Thanks for watching.